to share our ideas about conventional approach of teaching mathematics and constructivist approach of teaching mathematics. We are going to share our ideas in terms of dialogue. It does not take more than 8 minutes. So let me proceed. Good afternoon to everyone. I am Mr. Conventional, spokesperson of associations of teachers of conventional teachers of mathematics. This is one of the oldest institutions working in the field of teaching and learning mathematics. It was founded on 19 January 1798, birthday of Auguste Comte. Auguste Comte is known as true social researcher. Fortunately, we are very much closer to his ideas.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Mr. Reform Oriented. I am spokesperson of Association of Reform Oriented Teachers of Mathematics. I also have worked long time with him, but later I could not continue working in that institution due to the transformation that I gained throughout my professional career. So I joined to another institution. It is Association of Reform Oriented Teachers of Mathematics. It was established on October 20, 1859. Interestingly, it was the birthday of John Dewey, and our association is more closer to the view of John Dewey. Now, Mr. Conventional, what we are going to talk today?
Well, Mr. Reform Oriented, we have very much interesting things to discuss, but I don't find any seat to sit here. How do we share our ideas? Just by standing?
Okay, now I think, Mr. Conventional, it is better to start our standpoint of our association about the nature of mathematics. What do you have?
It's fine then. Let me put our institutional and my own standpoint about nature of mathematics. For our association and me, mathematics is a difficult subject. Mathematics is pure body of knowledge. Mathematical truth is absolutely certain that mathematics is one and perhaps the only realm of certain, unquestionable and objective knowledge. The validity of mathematics derives from the stipulations which determine the meaning of the mathematical concepts that are propositions of mathematics and therefore essentially true by definition. We are much guided by formalism, structuralism, reductionism, absolutism, Platonism, conventionalism, institutionalism, and empiricism. Now, let me know your ideas regarding nature of mathematics, Mr. Reform Oriented.
Well, Mr. Conventional, for me and for my association, the nature of mathematics is different that you have stated just now. For my association, mathematics truth is corrigible. It is uncertain. It is questionable. So mathematical knowledge is subjective knowledge. I believe nothing is authoritative source of knowledge, and no source is particularly reliable. Everything is welcome as a source of inspiration, but nothing is secure. In this context, we all are fallible. For my association, we highly believe on criticalism, postmodernism, fallibilism, complexity theory, quasi empiricism, and so on. Now, Mr. Conventional Now, let me know what is your teaching and learning mathematics style according to your association?
Well, Mr. Reform-oriented, mathematics is a subject of elite people and only gifted children can learn it. Memorization of facts, postulates, theorems and formulas are very important in learning mathematics. It is all about mechanical, using those things to get the single correct answer after computation. It further deals with quantities and forms with certain knowledge as a solitary activity done by an individual in isolation. So, do you have any different idea regarding this?
I am sorry, Mr. Conventional. I have some reservation to your ideas. I don't think mathematics is for elite people, and I don't think it is for only gifted students. Mathematics is for active citizenry. As you told, I don't believe that memorization is important. Memorization of facts, postulates, theorems, and formulas do not play important role in learning mathematics. I remember one Albert Einstein famous saying, never memorize what you can look up in a book. Those all things can be seen in our book, so it is not necessary to memorize those all the things. The important part of teaching and learning mathematics is engaging the students into mathematical activities related to real world problems.
Mr. Reform-oriented, if so, then what are the teachers' roles like you? What do you expect from your students then?
Obviously, teachers' roles and students' roles are not as easy as Mr. Conventional will define. For our association, teachers as simply a facilitator. The important role of teacher is to create rich environment for learning. And the teacher should provide various opportunities for the students to set the specific goal within already defined a big or general goal. And then the teachers should encourage students for self-assessment too. As a student, we believe that student as an active learner, students should participate in learning activities inside the classroom. And students should take responsibility for monitoring, adjusting, self-questioning, and questioning to each other. But Mr. Conventional, what do you think according to your association?
Well, Mr. Reform-oriented, I don't believe on the ideas that you have put here. How mathematics teaching is possible without being an authoritative teacher? A teacher is expected to know everything what she teaches. So the teachers should provide clear-cut demonstration of each problem which is to be solved in the classroom. As we are guided by behaviorism, mathematics is to be taught through drills and practices, and the students receive the information passively as taken for granted to maintain silence in the classroom. We consider textbooks as the ultimate ultimate authority of knowledge from whence the answers to each question of the problems are found. From this, I can easily evaluate my students' performance.
I wonder, how do you evaluate your students' performance?
Well, it's simple. I take a standardized paper pencil test. My students need to take a written test in the specified period. I provide routine problems which are already practiced in the classroom, and those problems are found in the textbook. I then check the answers written by the students and provide automatic marks for the achievements and for the certification. I think you also believe on this easy process, don't you?
I'm sorry, Mr. Reform-oriented. I do not believe on the assessment, whatever you put. For me, assessment is different thing. I believe that assessment should foster a sense of cooperation rather than competition. And then assessment should concern to find out remediation, enrichment, selection, exceptionality, and certification. So, for me, assessment is not simply assigning a grade and passing the certain grade and going into the another grade. So, as a reform-oriented teacher, for assessment, I'm sorry, Mr. Conventional, to show this picture, but our association and personally, I don't believe in such evaluation. You can see in the picture, you have different animals, but in the name of standardized paper pencil test, we are testing their achievement or their performance throughout the single. Their performance, that is for a fair selection, everybody has to take the same exam. Please climb that tree.
Mr. Reform-oriented, it seems fine, but I think this does not work in the context we work.
Yes, I respect the challenges you have seen. However, I remember one quotation. We need to keep in mind that quotation is, every long journey begins from a single step. Then why should not we start to be a member of Reform-oriented Association of Teachers and then foster reform-oriented teachings in our country too. Thank you.
It's good. Then I put your views in the next meeting of my association. See you there, Mr. Reform-oriented.
Okay, see you.
Wow, very good. Cool, mushroom. How to close it? Off.